Hello everybody, welcome to the next game in the 1969 NL Pennant Chase. We are at September the 13th and we'll look at the standings through September the 12th. We see the Mets hold a one-game lead on the Cubs at 87-57 versus 86-58. Pirates are hanging on by a thread, 7.5 back. I took away everybody else because they're too far back. In the West, Cincinnati has finally leapfrogged San Francisco to lead by a half game. And then you got Atlanta and LA tied at 3 games back. The game today, Cincinnati and San Francisco. Winner will either take over first place in the West or continue to hold first place in the West. Jim Maloney against Juan Marichal. And after that game is over, or after this game is over, got a brand new sheet of 10-minute tickers. It's going to take us all the way through September the 27th before I need to do one again. But we'll play the remaining games from September the 13th. And I have taken out games that did not involve at least one playoff team or pennant race team. So that will be after the game. Today, we are at Candlestick Park in San Francisco. And it will be Gaylord Perry on the mound for the Giants, 19-14 with a 2.49 ERA. And he will be opposed by Jim Maloney, 12-5 with a 2.77 ERA. And we'll go through the starting lineups very quickly. I had this lined up earlier and then lost my spot. Now I got to do it again, so that's no problem. I'll get it done. Okay, so Pete Rose, Bobby Tolan, Alex Johnson, Tony Perez, Johnny Bench, Lee May, Tommy Helms, Woody Woodward, and Jim Maloney for the Reds. For the Giants, no Willie Mays today. He's off. It's Tito Fuentes, Ron Hunt, Bobby Bonds, Willie McCovey, Dick Dietz, Ken Henderson, Dave Marshall, Hal Lanier, and Gaylord Perry. All right. Dice, we got we got red for the Reds. We got black for the Giants and white as the neutral. I wanted to use orange for the Giants, but the orange and red kind of clash, so I decided to use black, which is the dominant color of the Giants anyway. Okay, I think we are all set and ready to go. Gaylord Perry is finishing up those warm-up tosses. And he will be facing Pete Rose to lead things off. Give a final check through the camera. Do one more little focus. And hopefully that looks like that's okay now. All right, so we're ready to go. Gaylord Perry to Pete Rose. That's a 2-4. And Pete Rose is a switch hitter batting batting left-handed against Perry, so it won't be a home run chance. It'll be a blank. So we go on to Pete Rose. 5-3, but he will double to center field. So how about that? Pete Rose, a leadoff double to start the ball game. Pete Rose, a leadoff double. No strategy roll because we're not going to try to steal third, and he has no balk or pickoff attempt. So here's Bobby Tolan. Perry, a 5-1, potential wild pitch. That's a 2. It will be a wild pitch. It will send Pete Rose to third base. So a rough start for Gaylord Perry. Infield will stay back. They'll give it the run. Early on, they don't want the big inning. They'll give it the run to get an out. If it gets to 1 out, they'll bring the infield in. 6-6 is a strikeout chance. That's a 6. Got him. Tolan is out of there, and now they will bring the infield in for Alex Johnson. Since there's 1 out now, they will go ahead and bring the infield in. 1-4 strikeout chance. That's an 11. Too high. Move on to Johnson's card. 6-3, and that's a split chance against a right-hander. It's a fly to center. Could be a sacrifice fly, and his sacrifice fly rating is a 6. So the fly ball went to center. Bobby Bonds is a 0. That gives him a 6, so that's a guaranteed sacrifice fly. And that will get the run home as Rose scores to make it 1-0 Cincinnati on the sacrifice fly by Alex Johnson. I think it's the first time I've seen somebody have a 6 for a sacrifice fly rating. Interesting rating there. There's Tony Perez, 6'3", double question mark, right-hander, 1-2 is a star line, but that's a 19, so nothing happening. Go to Perez, 1-2, question mark 7 against a right-hander, goes up to a 14, that's a 19, so it's out of range. It's going to be a fly to left. Inning's over, but the Reds do get on the board first on the sacrifice fly by Tony Perez, but it was all started by the double from Pete Rose. Go to the bottom of the first. It's Reds 1 and the Giants coming to bat. And right-hander Jim Maloney will be up to face Tito Fuentes, the third baseman. The Fuentes, Hunt, and Bonds. 1-3, and Fuentes is a switch hitter batting left, which means that's an automatic out. Let's see what the automatic out is. It is a 4, ground ball to second. 1 away as Tommy Helms flips over to Lee May, 1 down. Here's Ron Hunt, Mr. Hit by Pitch. 4-5, and that's a blank. So we move on to Hunt. 2-1, that's a star 6, which is a fly to right. 2 down for Bobby Bonds. That's a 6-4, that's a no pitch, that's just a ball. Try again. 4-4, that's the ballpark. We're going to Candlestick Park. Bonds, 5-4, and that's a home run to the pull side. He's a 20, so that is gone. Bobby Bonds just cranked one down the left field line, and it is gone. We are tied at a run apiece thanks to the Bobby Bonds home run, and thanks to Candlestick Park, he found that home run to the pull side on that 5-4 roll. So we're tied at 1. Here's McCovey, 3-4, hit by pitch chance. He's a 5, -8 though, no hit by pitch. Here's McCovey, 1-1. He's going to double to right field, so the hits continue for the Giants. McCovey doubles. No strategy roll for a steal, but there's a chance for a pickoff. But there's no 20. Here's Dick Dietz. 1-1, strikeout chance, that's a 7, and Dietz is gone. So the Giants match the run from the Reds. Reds do it a little bit more of the having to work for it with a double, a wild pitch, and a sac fly, and the Giants take the easy route with just a solo homer. Go to second, tied at 1. And Johnny Bench steps to the plate against Gaylord Perry. 3-3, that's a range play, so we're going to Johnny Bench for a range. 2-4, that's a ground ball to third. The range of Fuentes is a 3. Can he get to it? He can, so Fuentes is able to get to it, spins and fires over to Willie McCovey for 1 out, and McCovey had to stretch for that one, but he got it. All right, here is Lee May. 6-1, blank, we go to Lee May. 4-3, that's a pop-up to short. Easy play for the shortstop Lanier. 2 down for Tommy Helms. 3-3, that's a range play. Go to Helms, 4-1, fly to center. Range check of Bonds is a 4. Can he? 1 moment. Apologize for the interruption. I don't even remember what I was checking. I got rudely interrupted. So I'm just going to redo the hole at bat with Tommy Helms because I don't know what I did. And if I mess up, I mess up, but I don't remember what it was. So the only thing I can do is restart it. Perry, 2-6. Star line, he gets him. Let's see what the star line is. It was probably a big range play or something that I just totally forgot about. But when you get pulled away like that unexpectedly, it kind of throws you off. All right. We go to the bottom of the second, tied at 1. Thought when I went upstairs I'd get peace and quiet, but didn't always happen that way. All right, here's Maloney facing Henderson. 6-2, that's a blank. So we go on to Henderson. 5-5, that's a liner to short. 1 away. Maloney, 1-4, strikeout chance. 16 is too much. We go to Marshall. 1-1, ground ball to first. 2 down. Go to Hal Lanier. 4-3 is a potential walk. 19 is too much. 6-6, ground ball to short, and that's going to end the inning. So we go to the third, still tied at 1. And that brings up Woodward. 5-5 is a blank. We go to Woodward's card. 6-1, and against a right-hander, that's a split chance. That'll be a single past second base. So Woodward is aboard. That will allow Maloney to bunt. He is a 3, becomes a 2, but we do need to roll on the pitcher card first. Before sometimes the last couple games, I think I've skipped that step, and I shouldn't have. The pitcher gets a chance because he could walk somebody. He could be a strikeout. It could be anything. You never know what it could be. So we're going to roll on Perry, but the intent is to bunt. That's a 1-5. That's a possible error. So it could be a possible error on the bunt as well, it looks like. So first things first, we need to do the bunt to see if he can make the bunt. He's a 3, becomes a 2 with the corners in, so we need a 1 through 10 to get the bunt. And that's a 5. That's a good bunt. The 5 goes to the third baseman, which is Fuentes. So we'll roll for an error check. Now he is a 15, so it could be an error here. Could very well be an error. It is an error. So not only will it be a sacrifice bunt, but it'll be an error. So the sacrifice is good, but it'll be an E5. And let's see how I'm assuming. Well, the E5 is going to put Maloney on the base, be safe, and Woodward's going to get to second, and he'll get to third on the error. He gets to second on the sacrifice and gets to third on the E5. But I believe Maloney only gets on base because of the error. He would normally have been out. So that's his 1 base advancement. Woodward's 1 base advancement is here. That's how I'm playing it. If it's wrong, so be it. I don't care at this point. I just want to play the game. So I'm not worried about specific rules or getting bogged down in, strange things. So not going to worry about it. Going to let it go as is. Woodward is on with nobody out. And actually runners on the corners, nobody out. And no strategy roll because Perry doesn't have anything. So let's go to Pete Rose. Infield's double play depth. 2-2 is a strikeout chance. That's a 6. He gets him. So Pete Rose out on strikes. A big strikeout for Gaylord Perry. 1 down, and here's Tolan. Infield still double play depth. Playing for the second to first double play. 6-6, that's a strikeout chance. 16 is too much. We go to Tolan. 4-6, that's a ground ball to first. Could be a double play. He's a 2, but that's a -1. That makes him a 1. The pivot at short is Lanier. He's a 0. So this has to be a 1 for him to turn the double play. He does not. It's a 5, but that will be a force play because that 5 is higher than Maloney's rating. So it will be a 3-6 fielder's choice. As they do not turn the double play, the run does score. And Tolan reaches on the fielder's choice. 2-1 Reds. Tolan does have an attempt of 4. And there's nothing happening. So now we go to Alex Johnson, 5-5. Blank. 1-4, ground ball to short, and the inning is over. Run comes in for the Reds, and they take a 2-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the third. And Gaylord Perry, the pitcher, will lead things off for the Giants. 6-2, that's a single if he's tired, but he's not tired. 3-3, that's a ground ball to second, so Perry is out of there, 1 away. Back to the top of the order for Tito Fuentes. That's a 2-4, potential walk, and he will issue the base on balls to Tito Fuentes. And Fuentes has a 2 attempt rating, -1 from Maloney, makes it a 1. And that is a 1, so Fuentes, if he wants to try to steal, has a chance. He's a 7, +1 makes it an 8. Bench, though, is a -3, so they're going to hold Fuentes. They are not going to send him against Johnny Bench. The odds just are not in his favor to do so. So we skip that and go on to Ron Hunt. 6-2, not tired, so we go to Hunt. 6-4, that's a fly to right, 2 down. And that's the way I do play the strategy rolls. I don't make it mandatory where he has to try to steal. That just doesn't make sense to me. You steal when you have the opportunity to steal, you don't force a steal. All right, strategy check or strat roll for the potential pickoff, and there is none. Here's Bobby Bonds, who homered first time up. 3-6, it's a walk plus, so this time Maloney didn't want to face him, so he walked him. Puts runners at first and second with 2 down. For Willie McCovey, he did double his first time up. Strat roll, nothing happening. Maloney, 6-3, double question mark against a lefty, 1-6 is an automatic out. That's a 3, so it will be an automatic out. And it turns into a ground ball to third to end the inning, as Perez throws over to Lee May. So Giants threaten but don't score. At the end of 3, it is Cincinnati 2, San Francisco 1. That'll bring up Tony Perez, 2-6. That is a star line against a right-hander. That is a star line. Automatic out. 4, that is a ground ball to third. 1 away. And that will send us to Johnny Bench. 5-3, strikeout chance. That's a 2. He's gone. 2 down. Brings up Lee May. 5-2, that's the ballpark card. We're going to Candlestick. 3-2, that's a question mark 7. 13 is a home run right there. Lee May just homered here at Candlestick. He found the good roll. 12-19 is a homer. That's a 13. So homers to left field. Lee May right down the left field line. The Reds now lead it 3-1 as the Reds show they can go long ball as well. 3-1 game now, and here's Tommy Helms. 5-4, and we're back to the ballpark again just that quickly. 2-5, that's a ground ball right in front of the plate, and Dietz will throw him out. But the run scores, and it is now 3-1 Cincinnati as we go to the bottom of the 4th as the Reds try to maintain the lead in the NL West. Coming up for the Giants will be Dick Dietz, who just made that defensive play. Maloney, 2-3. That is a automatic out. Let's see what it is. It is a 1, ground ball to short. So 1 down. That brings up Ken Henderson, switch hitter, playing right field. 4-2. That's another automatic out. So he's finding those automatic outs with frequency. That's a 4, ground ball to second. I believe the last 3 batters have been automatic outs on those star lines. So that's 2 down for Dave Marshall. 6-1, range play. 6-6, fly to left. The range of the left fielder, Alex Johnson, is a 3. Can he get to it? He can. Alex Johnson puts it away. Innings over. So we go to the top of the 5th, 3-1 Reds. Gaylord Perry trying to keep things right where they are. Here's Woody Woodward, the shortstop. 3-3, another range play. Go to Woodward's card for the range play. That's a 6-4. That's a pop-up to second. Pop-up to second. The range of the second baseman, Ron Hunt, is a 3. And he gets it. So Ron Hunt puts that away. 1 down. For the pitcher, Jim Maloney. 2-2, strikeout chance. 6 will get him. 2 down. And that brings up Pete Rose. 4-1, strikeout, 15 will get him because he's a 12 plus a 3, so the 15 will get him. Almost missed it, but Pete Rose goes down on strikes to end the inning. Thanks to that. No, I'm sorry, that's a +3 on the walk. Now on the strikeout, my bad. I misread that. So Pete does get the hack. He did not strike out, so he will get a free swing on the house. My bad. Sorry about that, Pete. 5-3, and he's gonna make me pay for it with a double to center field. So instead of striking out, he doubles for the 2nd time. That's the 2nd double for Pete Rose. He has no attempt to steal, but and there's no strategy roll needed because there's no pickoff or anything. So forget the strategy roll. 4-3. That's a walk chance against the lefty Tolan. That's a 4. Tolan is a 5, so it will be a walk. So runners at first and second with 2 outs for Alex Johnson. 4-3. Right back to the same role, but this time he's facing a righty for a strikeout. He's an 8. He's an 8. Struck him out. Innings over. So this time Reds threaten but don't score. We go to the 6th. Wait a minute. What happened here? I wrote the extra 0 in by mistake, didn't I? Giants haven't hit yet in the 5th, so that 0 may not belong there. So I'll have to figure that out. A little discombobulated. When I want to get to playing and I get disturbed, it just totally throws me off. And then I start thinking about the whole game, and it just, I don't know what to say about it. Let's see here. Let me get everything in place. All right, I think everything's in place now. Okay, so bottom of the 5th we go. That's a 0 there, but it may change if they score some runs. Here's Hal Lanier. Maloney, 3-5, and that's a strikeout chance. 12 is too much. We go to Lanier. 3-2, ground ball to second, 1 away. And that's going to bring up Gaylord Perry. 2-3. 2-3 is an automatic out again, so Maloney is finding those automatic outs with frequency. 4 is a ground ball to second, 2 down. And that's going to send up Tito Fuentes. 2-2, walk plus. And let's see, he walks at an 8. The plus makes him an 18. That's a 19, but the plus from here gives him a 21, so it will be a walk. So Tito Fuentes does draw the 2-out walk, his second walk of the game. He's an attempt of, well, we're not going to try for a steal because we saw that last time that they weren't going to try it, but we will do for pickoff. And there is no pickoff. Here's Ron Hunt. Flown to right twice. 4-5. Blank on Maloney. We go to Hunt. 3-1. Single to left field for Ron Hunt. Now, Fuentes has a base running rating of 4. With 2 outs, he becomes a 5. Single to left, you lose 2. Going from first to third, becomes a 3. So he's a 3 runner. And let's see, the left fielder, Johnson, is a 0. So this has to be a 3 or less for him to score. Not to score, but get to third, I should say. It's a 5. He's got to hold at second. So Fuentes will hold there. But now the tying run are on base for Bobby Bonds, who's already homered once. If he homers again, they will take the lead. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Maloney to Bonds, 1-2. Strikeout chance against a righty, but that's too much. Bonds gets free swings on the house. 2-2, but he's going to ground it right back to Maloney. And that ends the inning, and that 0 ended up being prophetic. So we go to the 6th, 3-1, favor of the Reds. And Gaylord Perry back out. He can face 31 batters. He has faced a total of 21, so he's definitely not fatigued yet. Tony Perez steps up. 4-1, strikeout chance, but 20 is too high. Perez, 2-6. He's going to single pass first, so he snuck it by McCovey for a leadoff single. Perez attempt is a 1. But nothing happening. Infield at double play depth for Johnny Bench. Perry, 4-6 against a right-hander. It's a strikeout opportunity. That's a 14. That's too much. Go to Perez. I'm sorry, go to Bench. 3-2. That's a single to center field. Single to center. The base run rating of Perez is a 3. To get from first to third, you lose 1. Makes him a 2. Bonds is a 0. So a 1 or a 2, and he will make it to third base. 4, he's got to hold. So runners are at first and second as they play station to station. And that brings up Lee May. Giants can use a double play in the worst way or a strikeout. 2-6 will be an automatic out on Gaylord Perry. Let's see what kind of out it is. Everything's going to be a ground ball for Gaylord Perry, so the chance for a double play is there. That's a 6, ground ball to first. So the pivot is the shortstop, and in this case, Lanier is a 0. So it's a 3, but they're playing halfway, makes them a 4. -1 makes it a 3. So 1 to 3, it's a double play. It's a 6, runners are going to advance. So all McCovey could do was step on the bag. Runners both advance to second and third. Now they're going to have to bring the infield in with 1 out, and Tommy Helms, the batter. Gaylord could use a strikeout big time right here. 2-6. He won't get it. He'll get another star line, but it will be a ground out. Let's see where it's grounded to. It's grounded to second. And the base run rating of Perez is a 3, but when you play the infield in, it drops into a 1, so he will have to hold. Well, you could try it, but it wouldn't be smart. And there's 2 away for Woody Woodward now. Woodward is coming up. The pitcher is on deck, so they're going to intentionally walk Woodward and face Maloney. It's just a prudent move to do right in this situation. Here's Perry. 1-2, but there's a danger run to a potential walk. He's a 13 plus a 3, makes him a 16, but that's a 17. So Perry just misses walking Jim Maloney. Maloney does swing though, 3-2. He flies to right and the inning's over, so the strategy pays off in the end. But it was tricky. They get out of it. Reds leave the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 3-1. Favor of Cincinnati. And Willie McCovey steps to the plate. 3-3, strikeout chance. That's an 8, too much. No strikeout. McCovey, 5-2, star line 6, which is a fly to right. 1 down for Dick Dietz. 5-3 against their right-hander is a strikeout chance. He's an 11, but that's a 12, so no strikeout. Dietz, 3-6, and that's going to be a star 3, which is a ground ball to first. Lee May takes it to bag himself, 2 down for Ken Henderson, switch hitter. 2-1, strikeout chance, 16's too much. Henderson, 1-4, ground ball to short. Woodward has it, throws over to May, innings over. 6 innings are in the books here at Candlestick. It's still 3-1 Reds. And Perry will come back out to face the top of the order. He's faced 27 batters. He can face 31. And he's also set to bat third next inning, so they like to get him through this inning, then pinch hit for him. But the bullpen is loosening just in case he runs into issues. They do have a right-hander. I'm sorry, a left-hander. No, right-hander Frank Lindsay is loosening in the bullpen. Frank Lindsay, the right-hander. But Perry wants to at least finish this inning. 6-3. Double question mark against a switch hitter batting left. It's a 1-10 for a single. That's a 3. So Pete Rose, his 3rd hit of the game. That's why he hit 348. He can get those hits. Attempt is a 1. But nothing's happening. So Pete Rose will stay put. Infield halfway for Bobby Tolan. 4-5. 4-5. He would be tired here in a couple more batters, but he's not tired right yet. So that stays a blank. 2-5, single past third. So that'll put runners at first and second. Pete Rose, not enough. You have to have a 6 to get from first to third on the base running rating. Pete Rose is only a 4, so he will hold at second. But now, this is batter number 30 for Gaylord Perry. Alex Johnson, 5-6 is a blank. We go to Johnson's card. 1-2, question mark 7. That is a 7. That's a double. A double. So Alex Johnson will double, and that will score Rose. See if it scores Tolan from first base. A double went to left field. So a double to left, you subtract 1 from the base running rating of the runner at first. Tolan is a 5, he becomes a 4. Left fielder's arm is a +1, so it gets him back to a 5. So anything other than a 6, he will score from first base. And he does. So he scores from first base on the 2-run double by Alex Johnson. Makes the game 5-1 now in favor of the Reds. And that's going to be it for Gaylord Perry. They're going to lift him. He could not get through what he wanted to get through. So Perry is gone. He will be lifted. And they will go to somebody in the bullpen. Let's see. They may not use Lindsay. They may use, I think they're going to use Ron Herbel instead. Lindsay's more their closer. So we'll go with Ron Herbel. Or Herbal. I'm assuming the H is pronounced Herbal, not Herbal. Don't know, but I'm just going to go with it. Runner is at second, and now since he does have a balk rating, we'll roll Strat. And nothing's happening. So here's Tony Perez. 4-1 is a blank on Herbal. Perez, 1-3, fly to center. 1 down. Johnson loses 3 on his base running rating to try to get to third. He's a 4, becomes a 1. So a 1, he can make it. Let's see if he makes it. He does not. He has to hold. So he stays put. And here's Johnny Bench. Roll for the Strat. No 20. No worries. Herbal. 4-6. Potential walk, but that's a 16. Too much. Bench, 1-4. He lines it to third. Could be a double play. Liner to third with the runner on second. Liner to third with the runner on second. Runner on second, liner to third. You need a 2. So this has to be a 2 for it to be a double play. It is not. So it gets back in time. 2 down. Takes us to Lee May. First base is open. They could pitch to Tommy Helms instead. And I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to take their chances with Tommy Helms, a much lesser hitter. So they will give the free pass to Lee May with first base open. And that'll bring up Tommy Helms. Oh, there's a 20, so there's a chance for a balk, a 1 or a 2. And there's no balk. So Herbal to Helms, 2-2, blank. We go to Helms' card. Does the intentional walk strategy pay off? 3-5. Star 4, it does. That's going to be a ground ball to second to end the inning. So 2 runs come in for the Reds. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It is Cincinnati 5 and San Francisco 1. That will be all for Herbal because his spot's coming up in the batting order. Hitting third. So let's see who they want to go to as a pinch hitter. Do you have any lefties on the bench? They do, but he's not very good. The 3 lefties they have all are terrible hitters, so we're going to go with a righty instead. And well, it depends on who they have on base. If somebody's on base, they may bring in somebody else, so we'll see. If there's 2 out spaces empty, I'm not wasting Willie Mays. But if there's guys on, I'll bring Willie Mays in. All right, here's Dave Marshall. And Maloney can face 26 batters. This will be batter number 25 right here. So he's got to be careful of fatigue. 2-2 is a walk plus, and that'll be a leadoff walk. To Dave Marshall, brings up Hal Lanier. Strat roll, nothing's happening. Lanier, 5-5. That is an automatic. He keeps finding these star lines. Don't know how he does it, but he keeps doing it. That's a 2, fly to center. Out number 1 now with a runner at first and 1 out. I guess they'll go ahead and use Willie Mays. You might not get another chance to use a pinch hitter, so you're going to use Willie Mays. He will pinch hit. Roll for the strategy roll. Nothing happening. Maloney, 1-1, strikeout chance, and Mays is out of there on strikes. So Willie Mays fails in the pinch. That'll bring up Tito Fuentes. Strategy roll, nothing happening. 1-2, Fuentes is a switch hitter batting left, so that's a blank. Go to Fuentes, 3-3, fly to left, that's going to end the inning. And Maloney pitches 7 solid, and he's going to come out. He's set to bat second next, but he's reached his fatigue level, and they will shake his hand and say, way to go. He gives them 7 solid innings, only allowing the 1 run. So Maloney's going to go 7 innings, only allowing 1 run. And they'll look to who's going to be their new pitcher. But then we also need a new pitcher for the Giants, since Herbal was pinch hit for, to start the top of the 8th. And they will go to, do they go to the right-hander? Yeah, I guess they'll go to the right-hander. Or do they go to the left? Let's see how they want to play this. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to go to right-hander Rich Robertson. So Rich Robertson is on. And we'll figure out who the pinch hitter for Maloney will be for the Reds. As we look at their bench, they will go to, I believe, Jimmy Stewart would be the guy. Makes the most sense. He had the most at bats, and he's also a switch hitter. So Jimmy Stewart will pinch hit. But first, it's Woody Woodward to lead off, and then Stewart against Rich Robertson. Top of the 8th, 5-1 Reds. 2-2, ballpark card. We're going back to Candlestick. Woodward, 4-4 is a fly to center. 1 down, and now the pinch hitter, Jimmy Stewart, a .253 hitter on the season in 221 at-bats. 2-6, blank. We go to Stewart. 3-2, ground ball to second, and that's 2 away. So Stewart fails, and that brings up Pete Rose, who's 3 for 4. 2-1 is a blank. We go to Rose. 5-3, and he's going to find that double again. That's his 3rd double of the game, his 4th hit. Pete Rose solidly doing the job. If it wasn't for such a good pitching performance by Maloney, you could argue Pete Rose is the player of the game, and he still might be, going 4 for 5. Can't do much better than that. All right, here's Tolan. 6-1, strikeout chance against, well, he's not tired, so it's a strikeout chance. That's a 4, so he will get him, and that will end the inning. So the double by Rose goes for naught. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and we'll need a new pitcher for Cincinnati. Ron Hunt will lead it off for the Giants, but let's see who the Reds want to bring in as a pinch hitter. Looks like they will go to Clay Carroll. So Clay Carroll is on, and he could very well finish the game. Would not be a safe situation, but He's certainly capable of pitching 2 innings with that 11 for fatigue factor as batters faced. So Clay Carroll will be coming on. And it'll be Hunt to lead it off. Hunt, Bonds, and McCovey. 6-4, strikeout chance. That's a 6, too much. Missed it by 1. Here's Hunt, 3-3, and he's going to single past first base. So he snuck it past Lee May for a leadoff single. Hunt has an attempt of 1, but he's a -1, so no attempt there, but we'll do the strategy because of a pickoff chance. And there's nothing happening. Here's Bonds, 6-4, that's a strikeout chance. 12 gets him. So Bonds out on strikes, 1 away. And that brings up McCovey. Strat roll again, nothing happening. Carroll, 4-4, strikeout chance. That's a 1, he gets him. So Clay Carroll coming back to strike out. Tough hitters Bonds and McCovey. And now there's Dick Dietz. And do you pinch hit for Dietz? I think you might have to try to get some offense in the game. Dietz is 0 for 3, so he will be coming out for a pinch hitter. And the pinch hitter is going to be Jimmy Ray Hart. They call him James Hart here, but his name is actually, I think he goes by Jimmy Ray Hart. And then, let's see here. Then Jack Hyatt will do the catching. So Jack Hyatt will come in and catch the rest of the game, or the 9th inning, or however long the game goes. So Hyatt will be the catcher. He is a 3-4, 10, and a -2 arm. So that will be Hyatt. Right now the pinch hitter is Hart. So we'll go from Hart to Hyatt. 2 outs and a runner at first base. Strategy roll, nothing's happening. Here's Jimmy Ray Hart. 5-5, home run question mark. 1 to 5 passes, but that's a 12, so no home run chance. Hart does get to swing, 3-4, and he flies to right to end the inning. So nothing doing there. And now the new catcher will be Hyatt in the top of the 9th, as Jimmy Ray Hart is unable to get it done. Rich Robertson can face 7 batters, so he's going to come back out. He's only faced 4, and he'll face Alex Johnson. Start the 9th, 5-1 Reds. 6-1, strikeout chance. He's not tired yet. That's a 1. He's gone. Johnson is out of there. Here's Tony Perez. This is batter number 6, so we still got 2 more batters to go before he gets tired. 2-6 is a blank. We go to Perez. 4-5, 4-5. Split chance against a right-hander. It's a ground ball to second. 2 down, and that brings up Johnny Bench. This is batter number 7, so he'll be tired after this. 4-6 is a walk chance. That's a 9. He walks at a 10 plus a 3. It will be a walk, so now he's fatigued to face Lee May, but they want to try to, they don't want to use another pitcher. They want to try to get out of this inning, so we're going to see if we can hopefully avoid those fatigue rolls. 4-1, he did avoid it. That's a strikeout chance. That's a 12. He got him. So innings over. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 5-1 Reds. Last chance for the Giants. And Clay Carroll is looking to finish the deal. Carroll can face 11 batters. He's only faced 4, so he's definitely in good shape to finish this game. Ken Henderson will lead it off, followed by Marshall and Lanier. If anybody gets on, a pinch hitter for the pitcher. 4-1, walk chance 12 will be a walk because he's a 10 plus the 3 makes him a 13. That 12 is good. Leadoff walk to Ken Henderson. Last thing you want if you're Clay Carroll is to start walking guys with a 4-run lead. Here's Marshall. Strategy roll for a pickoff and nothing happening. Carroll, 5-1, blank. We go to Marshall. What did you think to be a 1-2-3 inning in the 69 replay? I think not. 3-2. 3-2 is a ground ball to second. Could be a double play, although his double play rating is a 0, but they're playing halfway. It makes him a 1. The pivot at short, though, Woodward is another 1, so that becomes a 2. Double play chance of a 1-2. And they don't get him, it's a 5. But 5 is higher than Henderson's base running rating, so it will be a fielder's choice, 4-6. And there's 1 away. And that will send up Hal Lanier. Now let's check the bench. I don't know if the Giants, they just don't have a whole lot on the bench that's any good. They do have Davenport, but he's going to hit for the pitcher next. So they could use Bobby. They're going to use Bobby Etheridge. So Etheridge will come in and hit for Lanier. Etheridge will hit for Lanier because he is a 260 hitter. So Bobby Etheridge. And he can also play shortstop if I ever got to an extra inning game. So Etheridge is on, and then to hit for the pitcher, we're going to have Jim Davenport to hit for the pitcher, Rich Robertson. So 2 pinch hitters in a row coming up. First Etheridge and then Davenport. Runner at first with 1 out. We will roll Strat because of the pickoff possibilities. 19, definitely not bunting. Carroll 2-6, that's a possible error on a ground ball. Etheridge 1-3, it's a single to center. That's a 10. Center fielder error rating is only a 7, so no error, but it will be a base hit, single to center. And down 5-1, we're playing station to station. We're not taking any chances on the bases. So runners are at first and second with 1 out for the pinch hitter, Jim Davenport. And now Wayne Granger is loosening the Reds bullpen just in case. Carroll 6-6 walk plus. He walks him. That's going to load the bases. So it looks like we may be looking for Granger right now. And they're not going to waste any time. Granger is coming on to pitch. They're going to relieve Clay Carroll and go to Wayne Granger, who had 27 saves on the season. And this is now a save situation. With the bases loaded, tying run is now at the plate. In Tito Fuentes. Giants have pretty much exhausted all their good pinch hitting pinch hitting players, so they're pretty much stuck with who they've got in their lineup. But they are at the top of the order, so they're supposed to be good hitters, you would think. Bases loaded, 1 out. Infield is double play depth. Will roll Strat because there's chance of a balk, but no balked. Fuentes the batter. 6-4. Fuentes is a switch hitter batting left, so there's no strikeout, it's a blank. We go to Fuentes. 5-4, and that's a single to left field for Fuentes. That will score at least 1. I think we might still be doing that station to station thing with the trailing the way they are, so they're just going base to base. That will make it 5-2 with 1 out and the base is still loaded. 5-2. The only time we'll send the runner beyond a safety place is if the tying run can score. So here's Granger. Nothing on the Strat. Ron Hunt, the batter. 1-2. Against a right-hander, it's a strikeout chance, but that's a 20. Too much. Go to Hunt. 2-3. Single pass short. Another base hit by the Giants. They're not giving up. He will score, but again, station to station puts the bases still loaded with 1 out. Bases are loaded. It's 5-3 now with Bobby Bonds in the game. So Granger really pitching himself into a big-time jam. It is 5-3, but the bases are loaded, so an extra base hit could actually win the game for the Giants. And now if there's a chance to send the runner, we will, because it would be the tying run. Granger to Bonds, 4-6, strikeout chance. He got him, 2 down. Big strikeout there for Granger. Now it's up to stretch, Willie McCovey. It's up to Willie McCovey to get it done. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th, trailing 5-3. First place on the line. Granger, a 3-1 is a walk chance, and he will walk in a run. Makes it 5-4, and the bases are still loaded. And coming up is the new catcher, Hyatt, who's a 196 hitter. So when they made that pinch hitting move there for Dick Dietz, now let's see if they've got anybody that's possible that's a better hitter. They do have Don Mason and Bob Berta. They're going to go to Bob Berta. At least he hits 230 as opposed to 196. So Berta is the pinch hitter in a big spot. Bases loaded, 5-4 now the score. But the bases are loaded and 2 outs. Any base hit would probably win the game for the Giants. So Granger's got to settle in. Nothing on the Strat roll. Granger 6-1. We go to the ballpark. We go to Candlestick Park. 1-1 is a single plus. That's an automatic 2-base advancement, and the Giants win the game. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They win the game with 5 runs in the bottom of the 9th. Off the closer, Wayne Granger. The Giants win it and reclaim first place. How do you like that? I was getting ready to get Pete Rose the player of the game, and they don't even win it. So I'm not sure who you give the player of the game to, but the Giants come back and win it with 5 in the 9th. When you get that single plus on the card, base runners automatically all go 2 bases, so the runner on second was going to automatically score. And there's your ball game. 5 runs in the bottom of the 9th. Giants win it 6-5. Unbelievable. The Reds are just beside themselves. They're just stunned. They don't know what happened. But what happened was they got beat. So what happened is the Giants take a 6-5 victory. And by winning that game, the Giants now move into first place by half a game. So Giants go to 82-63. Cincinnati drops to 80-62. So the Giants are now in first place by half a game. All right, now it's time for the ticker, but it's only going to be games involving teams that have playoff aspirations. So Houston's there because they're playing Atlanta. Pittsburgh and the Mets both are still in it. St. Louis is there because they're playing Chicago, and San Diego's there because they're playing LA. You notice there's no Montreal or Philadelphia because that game's not important. All right, we go to the ticker with the cards, and we'll shuffle them up real quick. And we'll turn them over and cut them. Ooh, an infamous 00 right there, but we're going to flip it, so that's not going to count. All right, so the next game is Houston and Atlanta. Houston needs 2 through 6 or a 12. They get a 4, so Houston gets the win 6-3. That will hurt Atlanta for sure. So Atlanta will drop to 78-66 in their game. Alrighty. Actually, I'll use the whiteout to try to clean this up a little bit. 82 here. Still going to be a little messy, but hopefully not too bad. Better than scratch outs anyway. Okay. Oops, get over there. All right, so that's the Astros beating the Braves. Now up is Pittsburgh and New York. 2 through 6 or an 11 for the Pirates to win. They get the 6, so they win. Take out the Mets 7-5. Mets drop to 87-58, and the Pirates have cut into lead. They're now down to 6.5 outs. That was a must-win for the Pirates. They're now 6.5 out as they improve to 79-63. Okay, next game up, Chicago and St. Louis. If Chicago wins this game, they will pull into an exact tie with the Mets. They need a 4 through 7 or a 12. They get it. So it's a 5-1 win for the Cubbies over the Cardinals, and the Cubbies have now tied. They're in an exact tie with the Mets. They're both at 87-58. An exact tie with the Pirates 6.5 back. Last game, San Diego and LA. San Diego needs 2 through 5. They don't get it. LA wins 8-7. 8-7. So LA improves to 80-66. And they will actually pull ahead of Atlanta now. So these are the updated standings after the ticker. Mets and the Cubs are now in an exact tie at 87-58. And the Pirates, 79-63, are 6.5 games back. In the West, the Giants are now 82-63, so they're actually a half game ahead of Cincinnati. So this will be flip-flopped, obviously. Cincinnati a half game back. Atlanta drops below LA because LA is now 80-66. Atlanta is 78-66. So with San Fran being in first place, Giants are now 2.5, or the Dodgers are 2.5 back, and the Braves are 3.5 back. Braves are 3.5 back. So that's where we're at, and then that finishes off this game in the schedule. Next game will take us to Busch Stadium in St. Louis. It'll be the Chicago Cubs taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Ken Holtzman, the lefty, against Bob Gibson, the righty. that'll be the next game in the 69 replay. Hope you enjoyed that presentation of the 69 Inside Pitch NL Pennant Chase, and hope you enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play in your hobby, any particular way that you choose to play it. And as usual, we'll see you down the road.